Hi everyone. Today I want to give you guys a quick tip on how to deadhead roses so that they look natural and they have a faster rebloom. This is one of my favorite roses in my garden. I have 2 of them planted. I'm actually thinking of bringing in more. This one is Perle Dior. The flowers are so pretty, if you can see that. The buds are really pretty and the petals unfurl and they resemble like ribbons. It has a really light fragrance. This does rebloom. It grows to be about 4 to 5 feet tall, maybe a little taller. And it's not a climber, it's more like a shrub, but it does have a nice presence without it being too showy. I absolutely love this. I love this color. It works so well with all sorts of plants and garden styles. You know, most of them are continuing to bloom and some are fading out here. Right? I could let this continue to fade out, but I want to show you guys how I deadhead this. As you can see, these roses are growing in clusters. You have a cluster of what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 roses here, a cluster of 3 roses, a cluster of another 5, and so on. You know, you can deadhead however way you want. There's really no correct or incorrect way. Just make sure you make a clean cut and you don't cut into a bud. When you do have a spray of roses like this, it makes more sense to wait until all the flowers are done and deadhead this entire cluster all together. Usually I wait for the rose to get heavy and to hang over, like how this branch is hanging over. That's when I usually deadhead. When your upright branch hangs over, it activates the nodes that are on that branch. Those nodes start shooting out. So you can see here, this branch is hanging over, and so is this, right? If we go up close, there's the node, the bud, that's activated. There's gonna be another flower there coming up. So that's where I'm gonna deadhead, and the flower will come up fast. Now, if you deadhead before you see that bud forming, before the branch starts hanging over, you're not gonna see any buds coming out. So you could be deadheading, but you don't know where the next flower is gonna come from. You're hoping that's gonna come from the point you deadheaded, but that's not a guarantee. What I usually do is, I love using these. These are clippers as opposed to pruners. Clippers are good for deadheading and doing rapid movements. Repetitive rapid movements like cutting back. If you have nepeta and you have to cut back the entire herbaceous ground cover, you'd use something like this. If you have lavender, you can use this. This is less strain on your wrist, so I love this. So I'm gonna use this to deadhead the flowers. And these are clippers. These clippers are from this Japanese brand called Chikamisa. I got these from a store in Berkeley called Hida Tools. They have all sorts of gardening and carving tools there. So I use these for deadheading and cutting back. When it comes to pruning, like winter pruning, I use bypass pruners. See, they look different. These are stronger and more precise than the clippers. These are from ARS, and I also got these from Hida Tools in Berkeley. You can use these for deadheading, no problem. But if you have lots of roses, it can be straining on your wrist. Back to this rose. I'm here, these are pretty much done, and I go check it out. There seems to be a bud right there, and I clip it there. So now there's gonna be a new bud developing even more, and a new rose, a set of roses coming out this way, going in this direction. Let's look at this one. Okay, so this is really hard to hold a camera and do this. Check this out. Okay, I see no bud on this first node. I see no bud there developing. There's nothing. Nothing's popping out. But if I go back down, down, look at that. I'm gonna cut there because I know for sure there's gonna be another flower or branch forming from that point.